Hey guys, Damon Hart, Foxy Homebuyer, the Foxy Homebuyer, and I'm here today to answer a question. And I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant because, being in the real estate business and being around buying and selling houses for dang near over 10 years now, you know, I I don't like it when people, try to have just one opinion, right? Like, eh, there's no right or wrong, black or white when it comes to selling your house. Okay, it's a matter of preference. It's your house. You can decide how you want to sell it. Okay, so the question I'm going to answer today is, for most people, when you want to sell your home, do you need a real estate agent? Okay. Now, I'm not going to get any. If you're a real estate agent, and you're watching this video. Um, you know, Save your comments for being kind of combative and all that stuff, because I'm just giving you my opinion. And the answer to the question, do you really need to have a realtor to sell your house? Um, I'm going to pretty much tell you it really all depends. Okay. Now, before I get into what I think, the ultimate yes or no to that question is, I'm going to kind of walk through pretty much what a realtor will do for you, or a real estate agent will do for you when they're selling your house, right? Well, let's think of it in basic terms, right? You have your home and you're hiring this person to do what for you? All right. So number one, when you hire a real estate agent, you're looking for buyers, right? That's the first thing a real estate agent, a great real estate agent, will do for you. They're going to help you find a buyer for your home at the price that you're looking to sell it for. So that's pretty much what marketing is. Okay. So there are a lot of different tools that are available in the marketplace, and that's why I left you guys here on my desktop. If you have your home here, I mean, most people are going to know that, hey, most properties, when buyers are looking, they're going to go here on Zillow first, right? And they're going to go to Zillow to look for homes that they like, because Zillow is probably the most popular website around, next to the MLS. But did you know that most of the properties that appear on the MLS are also on Zillow? Yeah, if you did know that, you were already ahead of the game. But for some properties that are for sale by owner from local people, they're not on the MLS, and they sometimes appear on Zillow if you list them here. So that's like the easiest thing that an agent, a really experienced agent, will do, is list your property both on the multiple listed service. That's the MLS. That's where all the agents and all the buyers, I guess, by way of the agents, that's where they all look for property. That's where your property is going to be listed. Okay, when my house is on the market, it's usually on the MLS. And then for everybody else, Zillow is the catch-all, the most popular catch-all, because when you're out there and looking for a place to put your property out, where are you going to go? Where most of the eyeballs are. Okay. Very few people are having success these days with for sale by owners that aren't listed online somewhere. Okay. Whether it be other websites like Zillow, or what used to be super popular back in the day, one of my personal favorites, Craigslist, but it's not that hot anymore. People just, you go to Craigslist now and you're kind of just, you're just there messing around, it seems like, or people are so afraid of getting scammed on Craigslist, they just don't even want to be bothered. Or, good old American Facebook, right? Right. This is my Facebook page. And where people are looking is they go to, Facebook Marketplace, right? Look at all these houses, right? If you're selling, yeah, whether you're selling on the market or off, they're going to be looking on here. People look on Marketplace to find properties, right? Find opportunities. So that right there is what your great agent or realtor will do for you. Number one is they'll get you exposure. They'll get your property out there. So, in that case, do you really need a realtor or a real estate agent? Again, it depends, because if you're pretty savvy with these types of tools that are online, like Facebook, Craigslist, if you're savvy with all that stuff, or you can get your property out there on another platform like YouTube, do you really need an agent to market your property? It depends, right? All right. Then the next thing. So what does an agent do for you then, right? An agent might decide, hey, or you might decide, rather, I want to hire an agent because my agent is somebody that's going to be able to help me through, let's say the part where I can negotiate with the seller, okay, or with the buyer rather. So like, okay, so you're a seller, you have this property, you find a buyer, so you were, and then happy enough to do this, so now you want to negotiate. Well, yeah, you can negotiate, but what if you don't need someone to help you negotiate, right? How do you know what the value is, and how do you know what prices are going for and where to negotiate? You know, that's pretty easy. We use a pretty simple tool. Now it is a paid tool. I mean, it's called it's propstream. It's a really cool tool because what it does is it takes all of the public record sales from a property, um, from properties sold recently, and they'll pull that information and kind of tabulate it all in this software. Really cool software. Okay. But if you just want to find out what the sales were and where you are priced, you can use a tool like PropStream to go out and price out what the home is worth, and you can also kind of compare your home against other properties, not just this property, not just your own property, for example, right? Like your property, and you can see all the details on this particular property, but you can also go and look here from public record and also the MLS, and you can go both and look at all the property information and data there on a property that you can search. It was just pretty cool. This one doesn't have many, but overall you can look and you can search and get all the information you could possibly want about what's happening in the market. So you got knowing how to get your property out there and seen by buyers, knowing how to find out what the price is, what the property is worth, and how to negotiate if you're okay with that. Again, do you really need a realtor or a real estate agent? Probably not, but you're entitled to, I guess, sell however you want. It would depend on the person, right? And then let's think about now the last thing that a real estate agent would do for your really good realtor. They would essentially help you with the paperwork, right? Right? They would like, okay, well, look, I don't know how to write contracts. I don't know how to do any of that, blah, 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 which is absolutely true. You don't write real estate contract paperwork every day, so you probably wouldn't know how to do that. But what if I told you, then if you really just want to get a contract, you could easily just go to an attorney, a local attorney that also works with real estate closings. So if I just went online here, for example, and just said, real estate attorney, and I've never done this before, and let's see, title company, and let's pick a city, let's say Tampa, Florida. Okay. So we have these companies here. We have Eats Law, Community Law and Title, Sapphire Title and Escrow, Estate Planning, all located in Tampa. Decent reviews, right? What I would do is I would come in here and just look at the company that has the most reviews. That's a pretty easy one. And then look at how high they are. Then I go out to their website and look around. Okay, connection not private. Maybe because I'm using a VPN, they might not let me on. That could be something else that I'm using here, but bottom line here, let's see. Oh, they may not have a website. Okay. Attack information, steal. Well, I don't want anyone to steal my identity, my information. Okay, so let's do what we would do in real life, right? We'd say, yeah, not going to do that. Let's go to the other law firm, right? And check this one out. Okay, so it's Itzkowitz Law Firm. Okay, they do business law, hospitality, personal injury, our approach, serving, business law, and they also do real estate. And their attorneys, real estate law, does a contract. Okay, so I could even reach out to these folks and just say, hey, let me speak to somebody that's request a free consultation. I'm selling my house and I would like someone to help me with a real estate closing and writing my agreement. And sure enough, there's an attorney there for a nominal fee, I'm sure, would provide you with a current real estate contract. You could use whatever the state local contract is, or they would draft you something personal. So they would help you with the paperwork and also help you with the title. And I just did that just off of search, you know? So again, do you really need a real estate agent? It depends. What does it all depend on? If you really want to do all this stuff yourself, I feel like most people don't want to do this whole process because they don't do this every day, and that's not really what they want to do. They'd rather pay someone the commission, to go out there and take care of all these things, which a great real estate agent will do for you. They'll market the property. They'll help you with the price. They'll help you negotiate. They'll help you with paperwork. They'll help you walk through the inspections and making sure everything gets done. They'll qualify, hopefully, the buyers on the other end so that you don't go in escrow and waste a bunch of time, put it under contract, fall out, and that sort of thing. That's what an agent will do. And that's why that's why a seller would pay the commission. So again, I can't answer that question all the way. I don't bash any realtors. I think there's some fantastic realtors and real estate agents out there. I just think for the answer to that question is not as simple as really just saying yes or no. It really depends on the person. But for most people, I've come to find in my line of work, do you really need a real estate agent to sell? Not really. In one case is when you work with a home buyer like us. When you come to me and you come to my team and our company, when we purchase the home, we don't have to charge any commission because we're going to negotiate directly with you. You can know exactly what your home is worth and what you want to receive for it. We already help with drafting the paperwork for you and have a title company for you ready to review it. And we don't have to work on any repairs or qualifying. We already come in with knowing that we can purchase the home, what we want to pay for it, and what our timeline is. All that's left for us for you to decide if you want to close on the 21st or the 30th or whatever day you decide. So it's pretty basic. So in a case of working with a home buyer, a direct home buyer like us, no, you wouldn't. But for most other people, I'd say it all depends. All right. So with that being said, I want to say thanks so much for tuning in. This video was fun. I hope you enjoyed the baby rant, I guess, the mini rant, because I have a lot of opinions about a lot of things that I see going on in the market, and I'm not afraid to just tell people the truth because I don't want people to be, to be blindsided and just listen to nonsense. You gotta think for yourself, and I want people to be empowered and thinking for themselves to make the right decision for them, not for somebody else, but for them. So what I will do in the comments below, if you would, just give me a thumbs up or a like, or tell me what you liked about the video, and please comment and share if you feel like this stuff was valuable. And you can also subscribe for any time that you feel like you want to get more information. I put out content probably about once a week in the midst of actually like doing these deals. I actually buy houses. I put out some content as well for things that I feel that people would want to know about. So go ahead and subscribe, and I'll also put a link. I think it would be cool. I'm gonna put a link in the video below for for PropStream. If you want to get a 7-day trial on PropStream just to find out what your house is worth, and you want to find out how to use the tool, I'll put that in the description below. And obviously, any tips that you can, any questions or whatever on making an offer and purchasing, I'll put our link in the video below if you want to get a cash offer in as little as 9 minutes. Okay. So with that, I'm going to say thanks for tuning in again and saying, I want you to go out there and remember, if you need to get out of the box, you got to call the Fox. And see you later for now, guys, and have an awesome one. All right. You.